the seed of the tree is basically like the genes. It's the instruction manual inherited from the mother tree on how to become a tree, right? And based on looking at that mother tree, looking at the bark, the leaves, the seasonality, and how it, how tall it gets, how big, how thick the trunk, whatever, all of those different characteristics of a tree. That's all the possibility and the capability are all held within that seed. And when that seed is in that initial soil with its water, it kind of, all of the genes within that seed are starting to materialize into something physical, right? It's kind of blooming into a sprout of sorts. But once that sprout exits the soil and starts to interact with the outside environment, it is now simultaneously following the instructions within the seed, but in conjunction with the external cues from its environment. Right? We have this, if you took two seeds from the same mother plant, put one in soil in the shade with no water, you put another one in the sun with water, they're going to develop very differently. They will have different characteristics. I mean, you're going to be able to tell in a way that they came from the same tree, but they will lead very different lives and possess very different characteristics based on the resources available to them. And epigenetics is asking, okay, what is the sun? What is the water? What is the soil quality and those resources that are influencing the expression and the growth of that tree, but in a human form? So another great metaphor, in case that tree one didn't hit, I love the idea of genes as keys on a piano, right? Just, you've got hundreds of thousands of genes spread out across this huge, big piano. Now, there are genes are like possibilities, right? They're laying the groundwork for what could happen in case of this environment, in case of this environment. Like, it's kind of covering all your edges just to make sure that you're safe. Now, it's not like, oh, if you have all of these genes, that means all of them are going to express all at the same time. That would be equivalent of having a million fingers pressing down on a keyboard all at the same time. Is that going to make music? No, it's going to make a noise, but it's not going to be harmonious at all, right? So the gears are, or the keys rather, are gears and switches, the machinery for which our body is able to put together a song. Now, the environment, the fingers, are the things that are going to press certain keys at certain moments to build this kind of like orchestrated symphony of our health, of our physical appearance, of our life, what have you, okay? Now, the study of epigenetics is figuring out what those fingers are, right? What are the conditions? What are the tools and resources that are playing these piano keys? And how does one use those tools and resources, those fingers, to play their genetic song through the piano keys? Okay?